Hi everyone, Alan here from Foxcom. I just put together this quick video because there's a lot of confusion in the market at the moment about choosing a phone company, and especially when choosing a phone company for your business, it can really be a critical decision. So I put together this video with basically 5 tips that will help you choose a phone company for your business. So number one is, and this is a pretty critical one, is to go with a phone company that only services business customers. Now, the reason behind that is because a lot of the large phone companies who deal with mostly residential customers have effectively, they're basically selling residential products to business customers and just retrofitting them for business use. Whereas if the products and services are engineered from the ground up for business purposes, they're much more robust and they're much more suitable for business purposes. So that's tip number one, to go with a phone company that only services business customers. Now, in the last couple of years, voice over IP has really taken off in a big way, and it's an awesome technology, and for businesses there can be huge cost savings and efficiency gains. The problem though is a lot of the residential voice over IP providers, they've released business products, but essentially what they're selling is a residential grade product. Now, what they're doing is basically piggybacking phone calls over the public internet. Now, that's a problem for 2 reasons. Because firstly is call quality. So things like echo, jitter, call dropouts, things like that happen on the public internet because the internet is essentially public infrastructure. It's not owned by the voice over IP provider, and just like any other public infrastructure like a road or a highway, one day it can be fully congested and very difficult to get through, and the next day you're sweet sailing. So that's the first thing. The second thing is security, and this has become a big one recently with a lot of hacker attempts against phone systems. Now, hackers are trying to get into phone systems so they can make phone calls essentially at your expense. So this is where there's a major problem with running phone calls over the public internet. So the tip here is to choose a voice over IP provider that only runs calls over a private network that's not in any way connected to the public internet. Now, a lot of phone companies have outsourced their call centres to Sri Lanka, to India, to the Philippines, basically to save money, and it's essentially a form of geo arbitrage. So they're collecting Australian dollars but essentially giving you services from overseas, and it really causes a lot of frustration, especially for business owners, because basically the communications barriers and not being able to get through to someone who can immediately help with your inquiry. So the moral of the story here is basically to choose a phone company that has all their operations within Australia. Now, one of the biggest frustrations as a business owner that I've had is just waiting in a call queue forever, and especially when you've got an urgent issue that needs to be solved, and phones are absolutely critical to your business. So if you're waiting for 30 minutes, 40 minutes on hold, and then the person who picks up the phone can't even help you, they'll bounce you from department to department, that's really an issue for your business. So the important thing is essentially to choose a phone company that can answer your phone in a very short amount of time. Typically under 60 seconds is what you're looking for, because when you need help, you really need it urgently in your business. Now, most business owners look at their phone bill as an expense, and getting that expense down is important for a business, but what we've started to do in recent times is to work with business owners to essentially turn their phone bill into a profit centre. So there are amazing marketing opportunities with the telephone media. So things like 1300 and 1800 numbers, which can boost your image and business credibility. Things like voice, fax and SMS broadcasting. So all of these things can be used in your marketing to essentially turn your phone bill into a profit centre. So the message there is, I guess, to look beyond just straight call rates and look beyond looking at your phone bill as an expense, and work with someone who can actually help you turn that into a profit centre.